Otherwise, you're not eligible for the cute little cup. Let me throw that out to you because that little cup is
there
so
you
cute.
go. They were all
That was
going nuts
so
over the
cute.
cup.
We're going to draw a winner tonight for that. So, okay. Those of you who do not have your video on, if you're in the bath, that's understandable, but you do have to have your video on in order to be eligible to win that cute cup that I shared in the group. So, Danielle says she's in the bath. I figured it's like, this is like national bath time. I feel like at night for all of us, because normally we're in the bath with our AirPods in. Okay, so share with me. I know a lot of you, some of you are new. I've never seen you guys before. Share with me who your sponsor is in the chat. Go ahead and share with me who your sponsor is and what state you're coming from. I want to see. So, those of you who don't know me, like I said, I see a lot of new faces. I am somewhere in your upline. You probably got invited by, obviously somebody on our team, maybe your sponsor, maybe you saw it on our team page, but I am here tonight to share with you some takeaways that I had from Portugal. My mom has not even heard these yet. She's like, Marissa, I want to talk to you about Portugal, but life is busy and I have not been able to even talk to her. So she's going to get to hear tonight and kind of what was going on. So let me just tell you that those of you who are silver, senior silver, gold, senior gold, ruby, like I have been where you are and you're like, wow, like I want to become a jewel. Like I want to be a jewel. I want to be in the top 50. I want to go to Portugal. I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Hawaii, whatever that looks like for you. I have been where you are, where you're like, but what if it doesn't happen? Like I want it and I have this dream, but what if it doesn't happen? Like I'm wasting my time. I'm getting on all these calls. I'm doing all these things, but like, what if it doesn't happen? Right? Like I have been exactly where you are. I have had that headspace. I have had like those fears and I have had those setbacks that hold me back from really pushing forward. And I want to share with you tonight, like I said, a little bit of my heart on why this can work for you and why it can work for every single person on this call. Why mindset is important, why motivation is important, why keeping your why strong is important. And so I want to kind of share. I don't have notes. Okay. Those of you who know me, I don't do notes. I'm literally coming to you like straight from the heart. Okay. So I went to Portugal. I earned the top 50 trip and there was 36 of us that went. Okay. There were diamonds, sapphires, emeralds. I think there was 2 emeralds, 8 sapphires, and the rest were diamonds that were on this trip. Okay. And when I went into this trip, you guys, I was honestly expecting like, okay, we're in the top 50. Like, this is cool. Like, we get to say that we're here. But I did not realize what I was going to get from it and so much more. That's why I wanted to do a call with you guys. I wanted to do a private call with my team to share my heart with you. And because when I got there and when we got to Portugal and you're seeing all of these different people that are in the top 50 for 2021, and they're literally like, over here, you got a small town girl, like super yellow personality. She's not a big, she's not really competitive. She's not really like the hype girl. She just loves people. She's a people pleaser. Then you've got a girl over here who's like hardly any personality. She's very straightforward. She's very like, very bold, like in your face type person. Like she's not really the cheerleader. Like then you've got a girl over here that's like really good at numbers and really good at statistics and all these things. And you put us together and you're like, oh my goodness. Like so many people think you have to have a certain personality and a certain, way of look, and you have to have a certain social media. And I started following some of these people on social media, and you guys, they literally get like, some of these girls get 20 likes on a picture. So why am I over here literally defining what I post by a number of likes? Like, why am I holding back from going live and being bold when these are people at the top of the company who get 20 likes on a picture, who get 2 comments on a picture. Okay. And these people were at the top of the company. Okay. So I got there. Alan and I got there. The jet lag was terrible, by the way. If you've never flown internationally, it was awful. Nobody prepared us for it. We were exhausted, but we started having conversations with people. Okay. And Emily Gibson, those of you who are familiar with her, I know Alyssa's familiar with her. Emily Gibson is really good about like talking to you one time and figuring out why you're feeling that way, how to move forward from there. Okay. And so she starts asking me like about our team and how we're in momentum and how we're adding all of these people and how we have a great community. We're all cheering for each other. We're all in the group messages. We're all doing the things. And I'm not going to lie, you guys, when I hit Emerald rank last year, which is where you get the car. Those of you who don't know, when you hit Emerald, you get a Lexus, you get to go to Hawaii. When we hit Emerald and when we hit Sapphire, we got comfortable. Like, I just got comfortable. I was like, okay, we made it. We're here. Like, we got to jewel rank. This is awesome. Like, I don't even have to go diamond because I'm just happy to be a jewel. Like, I got comfortable. And I did not realize it until Emily Gibson said, you are comfortable. You're comfortable and you're content with where you're at. And until your why literally makes you cry, you hear that all the time, but it's like, you have to be reminded of that, even in the position that I am. Until your why makes you cry, you're gonna stay content. Katie and I just had this conversation today, you know, like on our coaching call. Your why should literally, you should be so emotional on why you want to do this. Okay. Do you have debt that you want to pay off? Do you want to build a dream house? Do you want to create a future for your kids? Do you want to stop fighting in your marriage because of financial problems? Do you want to go back to school? Do you want to open up a store? Do you have dreams of doing nonprofit or going to ministry or homeschooling or traveling? Whatever that looks like. Why are you here? Why are you on this call? And so I had to really think about that, because what's crazy is you're going to find in this that your why is going to change. For me, my why in the beginning was like, I want to build a house. I want to pay off debt. I want to travel. Well, all of those things have come true, y'all. So I got in a state of contentment and in a state of where I was comfortable. And being around people that are literally, they're making $400,000 a year, y'all. Like, that's my next rank. Like, that's unbelievable to say. They're literally making $400,000 a year. And this husband that was there talked to my husband. And those of you who know our story, my husband came from nothing. Okay. Literally, he said the only new clothes they ever got growing up were when tax season rolled around. That was it. Okay. They had yard sale clothes. Like, that's how he grew up. So when he heard this guy say like, oh yeah, we made $400,000 last year. Like, we're really involved in our community and in our church. And we're sponsoring some, stuff with foster care. And, we're really pouring into that. Like, we got back in the room and he literally said, like, Marissa, what would we do with $400,000? What would you do with $1,000 a month? What would you do with $10,000 a month? Okay. And so I want that to sink in and just think for a second, like, what if this does work? What if this does work? Marissa's sitting here, she's talking to me, she's pouring into me. Like, what if it does work? What if a year from now, you're in a totally different place and you're financially, maybe you've paid off debt, maybe you're no longer living paycheck to paycheck, maybe you are traveling, you're winning trips. What if that's you? Like, what if it really does happen? Okay. That's the mindset that has to shift, because honestly, you guys, for me, I got comfortable and I was like, well, I'm happy here. Like, if I don't go diamond, it's okay. But that's the headspace that I was in. And that's why I didn't go diamond. Like, we should be diamond right now. But because I had the mindset of it's okay if it doesn't, like, I'm not really going to push for it. I don't really it is what it is. That's why I got really comfortable with where I am. And a lot of you are probably in your business. You're like, well, this is fun. I'm making some extra money, but like, there's no way I could be what Marissa's doing. There's no way. Like, I could never lead a call like that. I could never. You guys, I was once a gold ambassador that went to convention for the first time, that recorded myself doing YouTube videos with eyebrows that looked like they were taped on, you know, like back when the eyebrows started out, you know, like, well, that's like, they literally looked like they were taped. I went and deleted every video, by the way, so y'all can't look that up. But that was me. Like, that I started recording myself doing different things. Like, I saw this vision. Convention changed everything for me. And you guys can still go to convention. Those of you who have not registered, or, you know, it's in Ohio, grab a friend, you can room with a friend. But convention changed everything for me because it showed me how important this is. I know, yeah, girl, it was the eyebrows for sure. It was so funny. But it showed me how important this can be and how real this can be for my family. Because let's just face it, okay? You and I both know that there is a stigma with network marketing. There just is. This industry is very frowned upon from a lot of people. But when you sit around a table with people that are in the top 50 of the company, that are literally making $400,000 a year, building wells in Africa, sponsoring foster homes, helping their church build an activity building for their community, all of these things, when you sit around a table of people that have been successful with this industry and with this business, your mindset starts to change. Okay. Where you're at, you probably do have people that are like, I'm never going to do that. Like, that's an MLM. That's network marketing. That's not going to last. Good luck with that. You guys, I had people tell me that 6 years ago, and look at where we're at. We're about to be done with our dream home. Like, we're supposed to be in it July or August. Like, that did not come about because I kept quitting. Those of you who keep quitting, you have to stop quitting. Okay. You have to keep telling yourself, I'm here for a reason. When it gets hard, I'm going to learn new things. I'm going to get on a coaching call with Marissa. I'm going to listen to a podcast to hype me up, because there will come a time where it gets hard. There will. Being in Portugal and seeing all of the different leaders and the different people opened our minds up to the fact that it's okay to live a really big life. Like, as a Christian, I was very convicted for a while on living a simple life. You know, like, it's okay. Like, I'm a believer. I'm supposed to be content with where I'm at. And I'm supposed to be, totally okay with the season that I'm in. And while that is true, the Lord put this dream in your heart, every single one of your hearts on this call, in my heart, for his work, for his kingdom work. You guys, like, for us, I did not realize that this was put in my life years ago to not only make a lot of money, because we make a lot of money. Not only did he put that in our lives to do that, he put this in my life to help me grow spiritually. I loved Lauren Collins' live this morning because she talked about that. He put this in my life to say, you know what, Marissa, you can live a really big life, and you can grow, and you can become the most confident version of yourself, all while feeling great, having energy, losing weight, losing puffiness, having that transformation. Y'all, that glow up is great, and it's fun, and that's awesome. And I feel awesome. I'm down 35 pounds. I feel great. But that's not why I'm here. Like, you're going to notice when you say, okay, you know what? Marissa's right. Like, I'm fired up after this call. Tomorrow's day one. I'm about to kick butt. I'm going to listen to a podcast. I'm going to walk. I'm going to reach out to some people about these products. I'm going to schedule a coaching call with her. Guess what's going to happen? Next week, Satan is going to say, Alyssa, no. Like, we're not going to do this. You're going to get on people's nerves, right, Katie? you're going to get on people's nerves. The more you post about plexus, the more annoying people are going to get. Satan is going to come. It's going to happen. Even as the sapphire ambassador, y'all, I'm a sapphire. Like, crazy to even say that still till this day. Like, when I go diamond, we're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm a diamond. What? Like, it's totally going to happen this year. It's happening. We're claiming it. But like, even as a jewel, like being in the top 50, they're like, we have seasons like that. We have days where we're not motivated. We have days where we want to learn new things. But the entire journey is worth every single second, because you're literally becoming the best version of yourself. I asked a couple of my girls today that I did coaching calls with. By the way, those of you who have never done one of those with me, highly recommend it. I will love on you, get you out of your comfort zone. We'll chat, we'll talk about fears and all the things. But today I asked a couple of them, I said, so if you are, maybe you're in a season right now where you are not motivated and you're struggling. So if you just quit tomorrow, like, would that make you happy? Or would it make you sad that you no longer have me, that you no longer have this team, and that you no longer have these products, this community, this motivation to be better, to do better, to make more money, to glow up, to have all of these transformations? Like, would it make you sad? Abso-freaking-lutely. So why are you not moving forward? Why are you not taking control of your life and moving forward? What's holding you back? Why are you not doing that? Because what holds me back is fear of others, fear of what people think, people pleasing. Like, can I get an amen in the chat? Because I know we're human and it's going to happen. Okay. I told Katie today on our coaching call, I said, Katie, you will always have that feeling of people pleasing. It's always going to be there. Because guess what? Those of us who have some yellow and have some of that Enneagram or 2, where we're like, you know, we want to love people. That's how God designed us. You're not meant to change from there. Okay. Alyssa Pye, you're not meant to change from, you know, wanting to love people and wanting to make people happy. That's not going to change. God designed you in that way to just love people. But you can love people and be so bold about this, because this can literally change their life. This can literally change their whole world. Okay. If you're not sharing and you're not confident in what you have, because I wasn't for a long time. And I'm not going to lie, I was very convicted about this in Portugal, because I have not been confident in the industry of network marketing. I haven't. I don't know enough about it. I don't have enough facts. When somebody wants to argue with me about a pyramid scheme, I don't know enough to have an argument with them. So that's something that I'm like, okay, podcast, I'm listening to network marketing. I'm listening to the industry. I'm listening to all of these things, because here's the deal, y'all. What if it does work for you and you go emerald and you make $120,000 a year, $130,000 a year, and you get to build that dream home? Okay, all these people that say, oh, well, what if it doesn't last? Who freaking cares? You now have a dream home that's paid off. That's like, you're doing all of these things. Like, who cares? What if it doesn't last? What if you do fail? What's going to happen, y'all? What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? You're going to have a couple people in your hometown say, oh, Tori did that pink drink thing and it didn't work out for her. Who freaking cares? Because Tori's a bomb ass mom and she's a freaking hot wife that can do anything she wants to do. And who cares what people think? Like, you guys have to understand and realize that I have not always been this way. I have been a people pleaser for the longest time. I am a recovering people pleaser. I have been, the opinions of others get to me. The thought of failing scares me. I have lived in that mindset for the longest time. But you guys, if you stay in that mindset, you're never going to move forward. You're never going to be able to grow. You're always going to have that fear of, oh, well, what if this fails? What if this doesn't work? What if I do this? quit telling yourself that. Being in Portugal, and another thing that I wanted to share with y'all that really was so cool was when we got back in the room, I asked Alan, I said, it was the last night. I said, what did you take away from this whole trip? And he said, I just feel like these are normal people. Like, they're normal people with normal stories and like normal families. And he was like, so many times people put, Jules and famous people, like they put them on pedestals, and they think that they like have some secret weapon or like some secret like sauce. Like, well, they made it that far because they are this way. Oh, well, they made it that far because they get 100,000 likes on Instagram. Wrong. Most of these jewels get 20 likes. Just saying. I've followed every single one of them. Like, and when he said that, it was like, he's so true. Like, this is so true, because these are normal people. Y'all, these are normal people just like us that said, I'm tired of living this way. I want to live more abundantly. I want to go into ministry. I want to do this. I have goals. And it's okay to live a big life. It's okay to be a millionaire. It's okay to do this industry and do this type of network marketing where you work for a couple years and pay off all your debt and never have to work again. Like, for me and Alan, like, Alan obviously still works. He loves his job. He's happy with what he does, but we want to do more. Like, we want to give back in our community. We want Jake, Easton, and Laylee to have security, and we want them to grow up and never have to struggle. You guys, we want to help our parents one day. Like, what if our parents become disabled and we have to help them, or they have to come live with us, or whatever that looks like? I get to be the one to say, come on, mama, you come live with me in my new house. I'm going to build on an extra room for you. I'm going to cook for you. That's probably not going to happen. I'll order pizza, but I get to do all those things because I made a decision to say, I'm tired of living small to where I'm going to struggle for the rest of my life. You guys, you don't have to struggle for the rest of your life. And this opportunity allows you to move forward in whatever way you're wanting to go. Whether that's, I want to make $1,000, I want to get my products paid for, I want to make enough to go on a family vacation this summer. That was my first goal. I remember, I think it was 2016, 2017. I said, I just want to make enough money where I can take my family to the beach, or I can do this. I want to make enough money where I can just go and have that experience to go to the beach. And that was huge for me. So something that seems so small, like that now is small to me because we're going on vacations all the time. But what seems so small to me is maybe huge for you. That may be huge for you. And I meet people all the time that their husband has passed away and they're now making enough money with Plexus where they can grieve and they don't have to go back to a Monday through Friday job. They get to do what they want to do because of this opportunity. I've met people that have lost their kids that now get to grieve and get to just really, like, they're not having to stress about going back to work, and they get to have that time. So that my why has changed. My why in the beginning was, I just want to make enough money to cover my products. Then it turned into, I just want to make enough money to go on a family vacation. Then it turned into, I just want to make enough money to be able to build a house. Okay, we're doing that. God he hears the desires of your heart, y'all. And if you're faithful to him and you're working this business, and I don't mean post a pink drink selfie every morning. That's not what I mean, y'all. I mean, share your heart with the world, share your struggles, share your story. If you need help with that, schedule a coaching call with me. You guys, there are many ways that we can share our story with the world without feeling like we're salesy, without feeling like we're trying to be slimy and trying to sell something to the world. Your struggles and your setbacks in your life, whether you're a recovering people pleaser, a recovering alcoholic, maybe you've been divorced, maybe you've had a miscarriage, maybe you lost someone close to you, maybe you had a abusive relationship, whatever that looks like, those are all struggles and stories that people can relate to you and people can connect to you. And that's part of who you are. That's part of who you are. I get to share all the time about, you know, my 8th grade year, I tried to commit suicide. I get to talk about that. I used to not want to talk about that. And I get to talk about that. And I get to help people and love on people that are having those thoughts, because life is hard, you guys. Life is so hard. And even as a sapphire, it's not easy. Like, people are like, well, Marissa stays motivated all the freaking time. No, I don't. Ask my mama. I do cry. I promise. It happens. But I know how to change it here. When I'm having a bad day, I know it's one bad day. Tomorrow's a new day, because I've trained my mind in knowing it's okay. Like, it's okay. I'm moving forward. I'm going to be a diamond. I'm going to be a gold. I'm going to be a ruby. I'm going to start sharing with the world. I'm going to choose to move forward and not stay stuck here, because I don't want to live like this forever. I don't want to live like this forever. I want my kids, now that I have seen it, and we went to Portugal and we were like, holy cow, like, these people are doing so much for the world, for our country, for our state, for these kids, whatever. Like, I saw that and I'm like, that's going to be me. Like, that's going to be our team. We're about to hit the ground running, and we're about to change the freaking world. Because if you have not been to a get together with us, whether that's dinner, a weekend retreat, whatever, come to one. Ask Shelby Williamson, come to one. Shelby was terrified to come to dinner, and we laughed until I'm pretty sure we all were like peeing. Like, it was hilarious, because it was a group of people that just want to be better, that want to do better, that want to do more in the world, that want to, we want to dream, and we want to, it's just so incredible being part of something this powerful. And when I was there in Portugal and I sat with these people and we talked, the humbleness, like, y'all, these people, they literally just handed us a $2,000 shopping spree. It was a surprise. They said, hey, right outside that door, there's a $2,000 Visa gift card. Have fun. Okay. So we're like rolling up in the Golden Goose store. I mean, some of y'all probably don't know what that is. Some of y'all do. Great. It was hilarious, because you've got me and Emily Gibson and Jen Hawkins, and we're all in this Golden Goose store, and we're like looking at these shoes, and we pick them up and we're like, they're dirty. Y'all, they're dirty, and they're $500. What? Like, oh, no way, Jose. Like, then Jen Hawkins' husband comes walking in, and they have them for kids, y'all. They have them for Laylee, and they're $400. And we're looking at each other and we're like, $400 shoes for a 3-year-old? Have you lost your ever-loving freaking mind? Like, no. So Jen's husband makes a joke. Jen Hawkins, by the way, those of you who don't know her, she's a double diamond. She makes $150,000 a year. They're incredible people. They look at each other, and the husband says, hey, babe, these are only $350. We could get these for the girls. And she looks at him and she says, you're joking. And he said, I'm totally joking. And he looks over at Alan and he says, dude, it's so funny. People think that we like buy all this stuff for our kids, but we don't. Like, they get TJ Maxx stuff. And so being around these people that are so humble, and it's okay to spoil yourself. I did get a pair of Golden Gooses. Mine don't look dirty like everybody else's. I'm just saying, but I did get a pair of Golden Gooses. I did spoil myself. But you guys, at the end of the day, like, that's not why I'm there. Like, that's not like those name brand things and all that money and all that stuff, you guys, that's incredible. But like, this is so much more powerful than a pair of dirty shoes. Like, it's so much more powerful than that. Like, I cannot tell you the humbleness that we have of like literally being able to live life on our own terms. I cannot tell you how incredible that feels to be able to build a house next to my mama 3 miles away, to have my papa build it in this season of our life, to like, I mean, it's one of those things where it's such gratitude that I want you guys to experience, because every single one of you deserve that. And every single one of you are on this call. We've got 31 people on this call. Okay. There is a want and a need in every single one of your lives that is missing. And this opportunity is literally your ticket to get there. You're in the driver's seat and you're going. And if you don't know where to go, schedule a coaching call with me. Let's move forward. Like, let's figure out how to get you there. But you guys, I am not going to lie. Like, I have really, that trip and being in Portugal really humbled me as a leader, in realizing that it's okay to live a big life. It's okay to become a millionaire and do a lot of big things in the world. And it's okay to talk about these things with your team and hard conversations that we have. It's okay to do all of those things. And so I want you to know, if you're on here, that you're here for such an incredible purpose and reason. And your life does not have to look like this a year from now. If you are content, and maybe, you're one of those that money, you're fine, like you don't struggle, and maybe something else motivates you, figure that out and run with it. Write your why down, send it to your sponsor. I want to challenge y'all to do that tonight. I want to challenge all of y'all to do that tonight, and write it down or text it out and say, this is why I'm doing this, because a year from now, I want to be able to do this, 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 and this. I want to be able to no longer struggle with this. Write it down and read it over and over and over, and listen to positive podcasts. One of my girls today, I said, so what do you do when you feel like you're in a funk and feel like you don't want to post on social media? She said, I don't know. I just listen to country music. Girlfriend, I like country music too, but sometimes country music can be depressing. Like, you need something that's going to light you up, that's going to fire you up. You need a podcast. Like, you need a positive podcast. You need like a positive, like, Christian leadership podcast, or like a podcast on sharing your story, sharing your heart. Like, that's what's going to fuel you, and it's going to fire you up. So I'm like rubbing my nose because I've been crying, y'all. When I cry, snot just starts rolling out. I'm sorry. But anyway, so you guys just know that, like, this top 50 trip for me and being your leader has changed my why, has changed my mindset, has changed the way that I'm going to lead this team, has changed questions that I'm going to ask you when we do a coaching call. Like, I want to help you. I want you to see the vision. I want to help your family. And again, I want it for all of you, but you're in the driver's seat. I'm just here to be the one to encourage you. And I'm just here to share my heart, because I've been where you are. Like, I'm seeing all the babies on here, and I'm seeing all the different things. I've been where you are, and I've wanted more out of life. And we got here. We're here, and we're still going. We're going to be a double diamond team. We're going to be a triple diamond team. Like, it's going to happen. I've let a lot of things hold me back. And I'm like, you know what? We're not doing that anymore. Like, we are here, and it's 2022. There's a big world out there that's hurting, and we have the ticket to get us to where we want to go. So please, please, please text your why to your sponsor. I'm going to make a post right after this on the gut health, hope, and happiness on what you took away from this call. I want you to comment on there, and then I'm going to draw a winner for that cute little cup. And I may draw 2 winners. I don't know yet. Depends on how many comments we get. So let me know what you took away from it. I am really excited about where we're headed. The next couple of months are going to be huge for our team's momentum. We've got a new product coming out in June, a new whole challenge situation. It's going to be incredible. So just know, moving forward, like, you're in the right place at the right time, but it starts now. Tomorrow's a new day. You can get up. You can say, you know what? I've been slacking, but I'm moving forward. This is where I'm going. Okay. Don't worry about those that are going to judge you and talk about you. Okay. They're going to join your team eventually. It happens all the time. Okay. It happens to me and Brittany all the time. They told us no 5 years ago, and now they're on our team. So you're in control. You're in control of your life, and we get one life. So what are we doing? Like, why are we wasting our time? All right. I love all of you. I'm going to pray really fast because we've got like 2 minutes and then we'll hop off. Okay. Pray. Hurry. Get up here. Hurry. Okay. Jesus, thank you so much for this team. Thank you for just allowing me to share my heart tonight and just speaking life through me so that I can encourage these people and this team and these women, and Lord, just these families that are hurting, that want more, that want to live more and just want to have more joy in their life. And Lord, just thank you for this opportunity that you put in our life to allow us to have that freedom. And thank you for just giving me the confidence as a leader to speak on that and to touch on this, because every single person on this call is here for a reason, and you brought them here. And Lord, you're working in their life. You're helping them. You're encouraging them. You love them so, so incredibly so much. And Lord, you are the reason for everything that we do. And we want to give you the glory for it. We want to give you all of the credit and just thank you for your love and your forgiveness, and just help us to have a safe week. Help us to be bold in who we are and what we're doing, where we're going and where we're headed. And just, Lord, thank you for this incredible group of women in this community, and just your hands all over it. We feel you. And Lord, we give you the honor and glory for it. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.